We kick off another edition this morning on the Morning Loop.
Well, the rooftop feels suspiciously calm this morning. That's because you know who is over the Atlantic right now. If those two are out of range, we can finally talk about what really stinks today. AI is flying planes, writing emails, firing junior employees. Question is, what's left that still needs a human? And then there's the smell file, women's farts, old people smell, BBL funk, your nose doing quality control. Sterling, I didn't know you knew how to talk dirty. And yes, Nation, he really said it. Stay tuned. Speak for yourself, man. Jimmy, push the buttons and let's get this show started.
Jake and guys, I see all you newbies here in the comments. I see you guys here on the screens. Hey, you guys can join the show with us live right now or in the mornings in the lab community. True story. Hey, second hour. That guy named Jimmy who controls the buttons also controls the phone line. 431-300-3005. Blast of the past in 1978. The phone lines are open. Yes, phone, text, or leave a voicemail. And no, this is not a phone sex line. Nope, true story. So if you're finding this phone number when you're watching the show on demand at about 8, 9 o'clock at night, the handsome chief's going to sleep. Yeah, true story. But hey, 431-300-3005. We're going to open the phone lines up in the second hour. And hey, come say hi in the comments. I see Petro out there. I see Spartacus out there. And I see David Lyle out there. And Melissa's out there as well, guys. And to those of you guys that are watching on demand, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you slept in. I'm sorry that you snoozed. I'm sorry that you're happy being a non-playable character. Yeah, so I listen to a lot of other live shows and podcasts. I'm like, hey, if you listen to our show on demand, we welcome you. We thank you for coming. Not me. No, fuck, man. Come to the show live. I don't want you listening to my podcast because podcasts are yesterday. No, we're building the future. Get up, get your ass out of bed, come hang out with us live. It's a much better experience. Yeah, coming up 15 minutes, Jason Hewlett, Ricky Martin, impersonator, shake your bomb bone, shake your bomb bone. I'm sure he's tired of it. He's like, well, this guy just fucking stop leaning into that. Hey, I never get a Ricky Martin impersonator on my show. So as I was having my shower this morning, not that I was thinking about you, Hugh, I was thinking about Johnny. I was like, I'm going to think a little bit about how I can riff on the Ricky Martin thing. What's going on, Spargus? Good to see you there this morning on the show. All right, we got Johnny joining us here in a few moments. I don't think Marty's going to be here today, so we are going to get into some of the topics this morning. The first one, guys, I am going to kick it off because I think some of you guys are popping by here for this. Yeah. Hey, Sterling, Preston, what's going on with this $108 billion war? For your mind.
People call it a $108 billion content war. Really, it is Ellison versus Netflix for who programs your brain. In the lab, we run Conversation OS to build, not binge. Netflix mode says consume, complain, repeat. Builder mode says create, sweat, ship. Where is Netflix mode running your life? Pick one bug, patch it, and behave like a builder, not a subscriber.
So I put this one on the table. Yeah. All right, Neiman, I see your note. Thank you. I put this one on the table because I really don't care about where the billions of dollars are spent and who cares who wins, actually. I'm quite fascinated by this big dick contest around who's actually going to win this thing. And and you think many of the principles, allude to what we talk about here in the lab, right? So Netflix goes in and swoops it. Yesterday, Ellison and the gang go in to drop it. And you think about what we think they're actually purchasing. Well, they're purchasing IP. They're buying Batman. They're buying Superman, right? And the model that Netflix is proposing is largely versed in some of the things we're talking about today. That consumption is better than creation, right? Netflix is saying, we want you to consume. And Ellison's offer is saying, well, no, wait a minute. Convenience, quality. We want to have better quality product, right? So maybe Ellison and the gang is the glitch in the matrix. Maybe he's representing the builder mindset that we're building here, right? And maybe he's saying that, I know you guys at Netflix are all about this AI stuff and creating great AI generated content, but maybe we need to look at this as leaning back into the past. So I find this quite a fascinating conversation unfolding in front of this because much of this, the geopolitical impacts, the domestic political impacts, the cultural impacts of this, right? And truthfully, the man with yellow hair is going to have a lot to say with this. So not to make a political statement, because I frankly don't care as the Canadian over here. I find it fascinating observing from the past. Observing from over here. But as you know, we are building a live platform and it is our ambition in the next 3 to 5 years. So hold on. Hello? Who is this, Netflix? Oh, what's that? Oh, you're looking for a live show platform, a morning show platform. Oh, yes. Yeah, we've been doing one for 5 years now. Oh, 100. Oh, yeah, you beat Ellison. Awesome. Yeah, we'll get after it. So it's fun, guys. We got our eyes on it. And this topic was specifically put on the table. Hey, Neiman, look at the numbers this morning. Yeah, true story. This topic was, hey, Roofy, it works. This topic was specifically put on the table to get people to the show. And clearly people are intrigued by this entire situation with the Ellison Netflix thing. Oh, we got Johnny taking his snowsuit off. He must have been an extra 5 minutes on the dumper this morning because he's 5 minutes late for the show today. Anderson.
I know, Jesus Christ. I have no fucking excuse other than Jesus Christ, man. I was bundling up, man. Look at this. I got multiple
I love
layers
you,
on today.
Your 3 minute walk. No, I'm sorry. Your 3 second walk across the yard. Anderson's got to put the fucking snowsuit on.
I tell you, it's just Jesus Christ. It was actually cold in the house when I woke up this morning. I'm like, fuck, man.
Oh,
I don't wear. I mean, layers to me is something that. Like, this is like when I'm like in a cold environment. It's a little nippier here than normal.
I even see you having an undershirt under your t-shirt. Like, dude, hold your arm up.
There's like a fucking layers on, dude. That's why I was late. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna either I'm gonna wear my jacket the whole time, or I gotta get a fucking undershirt. I had to go back in the bedroom and Terry's sleeping and go into my closet, with the light of my fucking, not actually turn the light on my phone, just we're just the home screen.
Yeah.
Looking for a fucking undershirt, which I wear once in a blue moon.
Hey, so we got
Southern California problems.
Yes. Well, fuck, it's cold here, man. It's like -20-some thousand or whatever it is. So the dogs look at me, Johnny, in the morning, like, I don't want to go with them. I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go. So hey, so we had Adam Carroll, fun comedian on the show yesterday. He was fun, a lot of energy, eh?
Yeah,
cool. So talk about a pivot today, brother. We got a dude who can sound exactly like Elton John and Ricky Martin, a Ricky Martin impersonator. He now fixes and helps people. He's like, we're going to get into it. He's got a plot twist. He's now the president of Cardio Miracle, the world's #1 nitrous oxide supplement that's changing lives. So the guy goes from impersonating Ricky Martin to now the president of Cardio Miracle, the world's #1 nitric oxide supplement. We got to come in about 10 minutes. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Interesting.
Nitric oxide stuff. Are we talking about this? Is this something new or is this something that's repackaged?
I don't know, dude. We're going to learn from Jason Hewlett coming up.
It's weird. This fuck what's blowing across the fucking, it's literally called blow. You get these fuckers holding this little thing, looks like a fucking little carton of fucking cocaine, or little
yes.
What do you call it? A little blaster of cocaine. It says blow on it. They've done something to caffeine, so you fucking snort it.
Really?
It's like a pre-workout.
Oh,
yeah. Well, and I'm not endorsing this.
I know.
It's just the idea that people think this is so fucking cool. And then what they do is, the guy's holding this up. I'm like, holy Christ, what the fuck is this? So of course I open it because it's fitness industry shit.
Yes.
And what they're doing is every time you fucking lay down some big fucking fat line and you snort it and you send it into the company, they put it on their Instagram. Everybody thinks this is the coolest thing on the planet.
So
what the fuck, man?
Humans and cameras go hand in hand. We just want to do crazy shit nonstop, film it, and share the world.
These are people who have clearly never fucking danced with this devil before. You know what I mean? I mean, when you get off that fucking dance floor, you don't fucking brag about how fucking cool it is to pretend you're doing it.
Hey, well, maybe some people pretend to do things because their brain, Johnny, get this one, man. Sterling Preston, put this one on the table. Brains continuously reshape memories, John, which might explain why my memories are better than ever. What's going on with this, Sterling Preston?
New research says your memory is not a file cabinet. It is a live edit that keeps rewriting scenes.
That means your story about failure may be more Photoshop than photograph. The question is, are you editing toward honesty or toward excuses that keep you stuck? You cannot control the past event. You can control the version you keep rehearsing. Pick one memory you keep replaying, rewrite the lesson so it pushes you forward this year.
Right, this is like part of my mentoring right here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this is for John Petruccelli, the bullshit professor, because he might be going bullshit. But hey, no,
this is like, I'm telling you right now, because every fucking thought or even a fucking memory What
Yes.
passes through your head triggers a fucking a chemical.
Yes.
We have the ability to only trigger positive chemistry. We live in a different fucking state versus it goes back to action versus, reacting versus responding.
Yeah, there you go.
If you spend a whole life fucking reacting, you are living in that fucking back part of your brain, the amygdala, fight or flight. That's not a fucking place that you want to live. Versus if you can switch that up and block those thoughts,
yes,
and actually have a different part of your brain, more importantly, the right chemicals constantly in your bloodstream, you're in a fucking much better place.
Well, I find this fascinating, actually. And you think about this, right? So this research reveals that while memories must maintain a causal link to past events to qualify as genuine memories, Johnny, memories of older events often go through a process called re-encoding, which means the brain updates or reshapes the memory over time. This creates a chain of connections from the original experience to the version of the memory we can access now. And I'm thinking that's why when you hear stories that evolve over time, so I'll use you as an example. Just playing with me, Johnny. So, you wrestled in Korea.
Hold on. I'm not fucking Bobo. I'll listen to you and I'll have a conversation with you. But keep your hands to yourself, and no, I'm not going to play with you. Fucking.
I'm gonna go play with Bimbo instead. But the reality would be is that your original story about you wrestling in, I'll use a better one, Johnny. It's the fish story, right? It's like, yeah, I caught this fish and it was 6 inches. Yeah. Well, by the time it gets to you 30 years later, my fish is 6 feet long. It took me hours to reel into the boat, and
I'm so thick it was like bagging. It was like grabbing your thigh, And
I'm convinced that it's that size, right? So I found this quite fascinating. The hippocampus, a brain region crucial for forming and organizing memories, plays a crucial role in this process because memory traces stored in the hippocampus can remain dormant until environmental cues activate them. So back to the fishing thing, John, you and I are on the boat fishing together. And I'm like, yeah, so 6 years ago, I caught this fish because the environment is spurring my memory on. I'm taking what I did 30 years ago, reinventing the story in front of you today, and essentially creating a new memory. And I think we've both been around plenty of people, Anderson, where their memories may have been exaggerated. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, and then think about how sometimes when you have like a really, really, and you like, I mean, I don't have a specific example, but you have a memory in somebody who's really fucked up. And over time, they manage that thing to where they're okay with it, but maybe that memory is not exactly what happened, but they've found peace with that memory.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's like a level of defense in there too.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. So, so we know that airplanes have been flown by co-pilots and computers forever, essentially. So get this, dude. I found a fascinating story. A man experimented whether ChatGPT can land an Airbus A320. So one of the most popular planes we're flying on, right? And he went to a simulator in Spain.
I believe, just so everybody knows, I think that's a 3 on each side.
Yeah, that's exactly right. 100%. Yeah, wide body jet. Yeah. So he got into the simulator with his ChatGPT agent and used voice mode and asked it to help him land the plane after telling it that both pilots were missing. Well, I think there's a little bit of a clip here. Melissa, you want to run this clip?
A YouTuber asked ChatGPT to land an Airbus A320 alone. The sim survived, then overshot the runway and smashed virtual buildings.
AI is a decent checklist buddy, a terrible replacement captain. Same with your life. Copilot is fine, autopilot is not.
Where are you asking AI to fly planes you refuse to train for?
Let it sharpen you, not rescue you.
So that was really the clip. So it successfully helped him land it. True story. But when it landed, it didn't successfully stop the plane. So it ended up crashing into a bunch of buildings and in the simulation. But truthfully, it's actually quite fascinating because he went to the cockpit and said, hey, 2 of the pilots are missing. I need to land the plane. And it talked him through it.
Well, I mean, look at what they do with a Tesla that drives itself. I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
100% it is. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it is. 100%. Coming up in a few minutes, guys, Jason Hewlett from Vegas Stages to Saving Lives. Jason Hewlett's wild pivot from impersonating Ricky Martin to curing hearts. We got Johnny come up to the second hour here, man. I got a fun conversation around smells. True story, smells. And one of the topics is, do women's farts smell worse than men's farts?
Dude, I think that's got to do with what she's been eating.
Well, so the science says the answer is yes. And actually, Petro jumps in and says that I can see the possible. I love how Petro uses words there, Johnny. I see the
Possibility.
I see the possibility, he says, that lady flatulence is statistically significantly more potent than guy flatulence. Except for John Anderson and Terry Anderson.
Well, with that, let's go a little deeper with that. But would this be because maybe a lady tends to want to eat different foods based upon?
I'm going to suspect there's something to be said for that. Yes, I would suspect to be something to be said.
I can severely alter the smell of my stuff depending on what I'm eating. I mean, like, holy Christ, I can tell when I've eaten something that is my system's not used to.
Oh, for me too, man. I absolutely can. Yes, that's to say the least here. Hey, what's
Like
going
egg
on?
whites, dude.
Please.
Egg whites will severely hamper the fucking different smell of your shit. Like, severely. And I don't think that that's male to female dependent.
No, I think it's certainly due to food. So we're going to get into the conversation that in the second hour and old people smells. Johnny, we're approaching old people, so there's
Dude, that's a hard one to fucking Jesus Christ. Actually, I swear to God, I think that like you go to an old person's house and like. Fuck, it smells like an old. I think it's because that fucker's been walking around and they're shedding his cells for 60 fucking years.
There's something to be said for
and you've got all this poor fucking old person or couple's fucking, it's like a dusting of their skin over their fucking house. They don't, you know what I mean? It's like, it's the traces of like decaying fucking cells that are floating around in a fucking house because these fuckers never leave.
Well, and then we got do BBL smell. We got that one coming up too. Yeah, but hey, before we do that, I was looking for something. Been looking for a hard time, man. I've been looking for a long time to find the young John Anderson posing on stage, and I found him. I found a wonderful little video of Little John. Jim, Melissa, let's throw this on stage, man. I found a wonderful little video of Little John on stage. I've been waiting for a long time to find this video. Check him out. There's John in the middle there. He's just posing away. Look at him. He's pointing to his quads. He's just making the big smile. There's little Johnny. Yep, John Anderson back when he was.
So here's the question: what is that? Why am I that one? Why could I? Why am I not? I'm just curious. Why am I not the other guy?
Stop just fucking getting into the details and go along with my joke. I'm looking here, I'm going, okay, I'm picking the little one's going to be you. But I've told you since I got to the show, I wanted to find
the little one. They're all little ones.
I know they are, and they're all real. So look at that. So
you mean they're all real? You think they fucking manufacture these things?
Didn't come out the right way. But
Jesus Christ, they're all real. Yeah. Midgets are real. Little people are real. Forgive the term. I have, some of these dudes are fucking like crazy strong.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So when you went to your competitions over the past, was there like a little person, a midget class, dwarf class? Like, how did it work? Like, was that part of your competition?
I've always been in world class competitions, and they don't have world class.
Well, they don't.
They don't have a class for little ones.
They don't, Really? So so why is it? Because of the amount of folks? Like, and I'm being very serious here. Why is it not?
That's a great question. I don't know. And there's probably a list of reasons. I will say that I've been, once I wanted to wrestling at the show.
Yes.
Then you deal with the little guys.
Yes.
I once had a match. It was a God, what was the company? It was an MTV production.
Okay. Yeah.
It's called Masked Warriors. Okay. And I was basically a heel. I was a bad guy that came in.
Yeah.
And they had positioned little guys to be the heroes. Right.
Yes. Okay.
They're perfect heroes. And one of these
perfect faces. Yeah.
Was a fucking. I mean, the dude could just do crazy shit. He could like bounce around and go flying. Anyway, so they put me in the ring.
Yes.
With three of these little bastards, and my job was to literally throw them out as far as I could because they had people outside that were going to catch him. But the last little guy, dude,
we're going to catch him.
I swear to God, no! I threw him like 2 feet over the top of the ropes. I mean, it was like if they weren't caught, it would have been real big problems.
Yeah, well,
like I had to throw them at the people that were going to catch them.
Somewhere along the way,
one of the dudes, he ran through my legs, was able to run up the fucking ropes, run across, hit the fucking turnbuckle, and jump out and do this fucking moonsault. And I caught him and then fucking German suplexed him over the ropes. But I mean, that's like a cat.
I was just gonna say the
run. Okay, hit the second rope. Yes. Use that as a springboard to get to the top rope, not fall off. He was midway, run to the turnbuckle, hit that thing like a springboard and come off of there. I mean, fuck, I almost didn't catch the little dude. I was like, he told me, he said, be in the middle. I was like, there's no fucking way you're making it to the middle. Dude, I had to fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ. He almost went over me.
Oh, so somewhere along the way, while you and I have been growing up, somebody had the idea that we needed to stop dwarf tossing. Because I remember going to the bars here in Winnipeg, Johnny, growing up. You could go to the bar and they'd have dwarfs. They'd toss. I could go there, pay money to grab a dwarf, grab him by the scruff of the neck and grab him by the waist and toss him through the room. True story.
Is dwarf a better term than say midget now? I mean,
listen, we're offending everybody on this show, so we might, whatever word it is, we're just going to offend everybody. But the reality is that it moved from, I think, midget tossing to dwarf tossing. Because I remember there was a club literally down the road from me. You could go, you'd spend $1, and I'm serious, fuck, it was 50-cent beers, and I was there. You'd grab a little guy, you'd grab him by the scruff of the neck, by the waist, and you'd fucking throw him onto mats. The dumbest thing ever, actually. Could you imagine that happening today?
Fucking out there.
That is fucking out there, actually.
But you know, they want to go back to strength. There was a little dude that he died, unfortunately. He was a real cool kid.
Yeah.
I used to see him when I was young. He worked out in the same gym. I don't know what he weighed. I mean, he's a thick little sucker, but they're deceivingly heavy because they're compact when you got to pick them up.
Yes,
but they don't weigh in general, like 100 pounds. Right?
Oh yeah,
Pick up a 100-pound fucking sack of gravel. That fucker's heavy.
Yeah, 100%. Right? Absolutely.
But he was like a 3-time body weight bench presser, 3 times, 3.5 times body weight squatter. So here's a dude that was putting 3 plates on a bench, knocking that thing out for fucking reps, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's incredible. That's incredible.
Totally. I was like, Jesus Christ, pound for pound. I mean, if you look at it, even like in the Olympics, dude, if you go the smallest group, and these are not little people.
No.
The pound for pound, they're way stronger than everybody else.
Absolutely.